And my beautiful people, we are live. We are live. We are live. We will give a moment for people to come on. Good evening. Good evening to everyone out there on YouTube. Good evening to everyone out there on Facebook. On this beautiful Wednesday evening, in the middle of the week, people also call it Hump Day. I would like to first start off to while we're building, do a little couple introductions to you, gentlemen. To the top, we have the iconic Pioneer Shady Chanel. Thank you for coming on here. Talk about your upcoming event. And then to the bottom, we have my longtime friend and fam, the icon Alvernian Prestige Demula Visay.
What's going on, people?
The mayor of Philadelphia, even though I'm hearing people are coming for that spot.
And never be taken.
They may have to change it to the president, but
okay.
their people are coming. So good evening. So today, as I was saying, we're here to talk about fashion rocks and some other stuff that we've been working on, and just chop it up and let's talk about the event that is happening this Gay Pride weekend, the weekend of the 24th. Yes, Fashion Rocks Part 2. The last one was in 2021. It was in Brooklyn. It was a great turnout, great event. So let's talk about it. What made you guys decide first to team up, and what made you guys decide to do Fashion Rocks?
Well, what had happened was, truthfully, the first Icon Ball, and the reason it was called the Icon Ball is because I had decided that I was tired of having all these people get titles as legendary, which gave, it watered down the ones who were a little bit more top shelf. So I went to Andre and Stuart and I said, we should have a ball and we should start giving out icon statuses. And they said, what's an icon status? I said, it's a status that I want to start called the Icon. And they thought it was a great idea. So we three teamed up and we gave the first Icon Ball in Atlanta, Georgia. And it was amazing. And then every 3 years after that, we were supposed to give out icon statuses every 3 years. Sanaya was the first recipient of an icon award. And it was very well deserved, as everyone knows. And then it just trickled down from there. And then we did another one after that, and then it just kept going and going. Eventually, I moved back to New York, and because I was the one who created the Icon Ball, it's my staple, as the same as Alverni has his staple, which is the Dorian Corey Awards. So when I came back to New York, I wanted to make sure that when I did it with someone who had a business sense and someone who was very professional and organized. And the only one that I could actually think of, not saying everybody else in ballroom is not like that, but I know Alvernian is a stickler for making sure that he has amazing balls. And when I asked him to team up with me, he said, oh, that would be great. We could give it a shot. I'll try it. I don't normally give balls with people because, I like to do my own thing, but I'll give you a try. So a try he did. But in the process of that, my dear brother, James Icon, he came to me and he said, with all due respect, and he was very respectable about it, there's a conflict going on between you calling your event the Icon Ball and me having my house, the iconic House of Icon. Would it be possible for you to change the name out of respect? Because when we get ready to give our ball, people are going to think that we already had a ball. And I said, you know what, James, it won't be a problem because of the way you came to me and the respect I have for you, I will do that. So I went to Alverni and I expressed that to him. I said, but we need to come up with a name. And Alverni had already started calling part of the ball Fashion Rock. So we decided to change it from the Icon Ball to Fashion Rock. And that's how Fashion Rock Part 2 came to life. Did I miss anything, Albernian?
You explained it very well.
Yeah. So that's basically it. And once Albernia and I started doing it, at first I was kind of nervous because I didn't think the kids were going to come like they did. But once we got to the event space and we set it up, and I must say, Albernia had a very, very, very good eye for setting up the tables and what he wanted on the tables, and to make sure that people got their money's worth on the table and everybody was comfortable. And it turned out so amazing. But when I went outside and I saw the line was around the corner, I went inside, nobody knows this, but I cried a little bit because it was the first time I had an event in New York that was the Icon Ball, and it was coming to fruition that it could be done. And it's all because I teamed up with Albernian, and God said, you know what, you guys make a good team. So when we decided to do the ball this time, we said we have to step it up. So instead of us, and the reason we also had to get a bigger venue is because the last time we didn't have enough room for everybody. And we want people to be comfortable. And because it's in the summer, we want you to have AC. We want you to be able to move around and take pictures and everything. So that's why we're having it at Club Amazura, which is a bigger and fabulous venue. And we have so much in store, but I'm not going to keep talking. I'm going to let you guys say a few words.
Bernie, something that he has said that I can fully relate with. What is your hesitation on working with people and throwing a ball?
Well, I gave balls with people before in the past. It just ain't never turned out right. First of all, I like to, if something goes wrong, I want to be able to take accountability. You know, this is my fault. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. And everybody just have different ways of doing things. And I've been a stickler of saying, this is how I want my event to turn out. I want to make sure I finish this. I want to make sure this is in place. Because, you know, I have had balls in the past years where something went wrong and stuff, and I learned from my mistakes. You know, this is not going to happen this way, but make sure this is successful. So this has always been in my head, you know, always thinking business and trying to separate my friendship from people and family, and always think business mode when I'm putting it together.
Okay. So Fashion Rocks, June 24th, Gay Pride Weekend in New York. What made you guys choose this weekend knowing that this is such a party, prideful weekend?
Well, we wanted to do October again like we did 2 years ago. So we was going to do Fashion Rock every other year. We was going to do October. You know, I gave the Unity Ball last year during Pride Weekend for New York City. So House and Works wanted to team up again and do the Unity Ball, but I said no. I already told RR I was going to do Fashion Rock. Plus, the ballroom calendar was already smashed up with 1,000 balls. And I was like, well, you know, it's Pride Weekend. People already going to be here. Some people going to want to be ball fever. Some people going to want to party. So,
and some people's going to want to do both.
Yeah. So I said, you know, it's Pride Weekend. Why not?
Okay.
Every city that has Pride has a ball during that weekend in any city. So.
And Missouri nightclub, like you said, in Jamaica, Queens. For those that do not know, that was the way the New York Awards Ball this past October was. Great venue, little light shows, air. People that indulge in the Mary J and all those things was able to indulge, and they had a good old time there. So make sure you guys know it is definitely spacious and definitely had air. So for me, one of the biggest things for me is a ball having air and having comfortable conditions, because I don't care what they're doing. If the ball, it's a miserable situation for me personally. Okay, so it says here, doors open at 7 p.m. Ball is starting 9 o'clock on the dot, correct?
Yes, sir.
Until 4 a.m. Really 3 a.m. You gotta tell you people, but you know, okay, 9 ending at 4.
Yeah.
General are missing $40.
Yeah.
Re-entry $60. Why? What is the re-entry in regards to?
The re-entry is for people that like to go outside and smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And go outside. So if you're not a smoker, I advise you to just pay your $40 to come in and enjoy the ball and have a good time. But if you like to run in and out for whatever reason, and smoke and stuff, then you pay the $60 and you can go in and out all night long.
Okay.
And then we have VIP, which is the treehouse upstairs.
150.
That's going to be open bar for 3 hours. You're going to get food,
What time is that start?
etc.
What time is that?
Uh,
Because if they get there,
probably.
does that mean 1 to 4?
I'm going to figure it out in the next couple of days because I'm going back to meet with the owner next week. So we're going to figure out that 3 hour period. But the VIP room will be open all night for you, but the open bar is only 3 hours. So we'll pick a good time when we know people really going to be there. Time the ball starts. So probably around LSS, or that'll be the 3 hour starting then.
Okay.
So we know people is there.
Which is 150, including VIP entry, VIP treehouse room, open bar, which is 3 hours, and food, private dressing area. Again, that is $150. Please contact these gentlemen if you are interested in that.
Also, we are not taking cash for entry fee. Do not come there getting an attitude about Cash App. There's also an ATM machine inside the venue. You can use that, but we're not taking Cash App. There's been too much with Cash App. So this event, cash.
No electronic method, no electronic payments, please. No.
Yeah.
Cash only, cash, code.
Now the bar will let you use your credit and debit cards for liquor.
Okay. So for entry into the ball, you must have cash. VIP sections, $2,200, seats 25 people with 3 bottles of liquor, dinner, dessert for 25 people, and a gift basket. Are there any more of those available?
Both of them are. Nobody bought those yet.
Okay.
Yes. Do you hear me?
Tables. Yeah, you said no one bought those yet.
No, wait, with the sections.
Oh, the sections, no one bought those yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the section is a whole private area for your house. They will actually be able to change their clothes in that section and have their whole house there. And, just it's a comfortable setting for a house that wants not to run around the ballroom and try to find a place to change and everything, because they can do all of that right there in that section. That's like their house right there.
That's their person.
So another thing too about sections. So security will be in the bathrooms. There'll be nobody hanging out in the bathrooms. It'll be 2 at a time at the bathroom, and security will escort the next 2 people in, because people will tear up a bathroom. I just had to pay thousands of dollars for the last ball that they tore up.
Well, people have to understand what happens with a lot of these venues. I'm sorry, is that why we lose a lot of venues is because of the bathroom. They get into the bathroom, they go in there and they, excuse my French, fuck it up. I don't understand what, and then a lot of times, that's why I suggest everyone that has a ball, please get insurance, because sometimes even these costs that the owners come back with is ridiculous. And there's always something in the bathroom. The sink broke, the toilet broke, somebody flushed a wig down the toilet, now their plumbing there's always something. So definitely understand that, very much so. VIP tables, $1,000. Seats 10 people with dinner, dessert, a bottle of liquor, and a gift basket. How many of those are left, Alvernian?
Hold on, let me get my book.
Okay.
So while we're waiting for him to get his book, I also want y'all to remember, if you were at Fashion Rock 2 years ago and you saw the VIP tables, there was so much stuff on the VIP tables that people actually had to take stuff home with them, because we had gift bags, we had cookies, we had cakes, we had platters, we had food. We had, everybody was raving about the shish kebab sticks and stuff. So we're going to have those again. Also, we have so much. We want to really step it up for this one. So it'll be a lot more stuff on the table, so that there's not going to be a reason for you to say, oh, I didn't get a piece of that. Or it'll be enough for everybody to get what they want. And the caterer that's catering the food, oh my God, it's so amazing. The food is going to be great. I'm just so excited about this. And the reason I'm more excited about this is because, like I said, the last time you guys came, y'all really, really showed out. And because y'all showed out so fabulously the last time, I want to make sure we show up extra fabulously for you so that when you come in there looking like you're about to step on a red carpet for real, you will be stepping on a red carpet. Cameras will be flashing. And I have a surprise for spectators. I can't tell you what it is yet, but just trust me. If you're a spectator and you come with your own aesthetic, fashion aesthetic, I'm going to give you a special chip, but I won't tell you what the chip is for until you get there.
You heard that here first. Best spectators, anyone's coming in, you have your own beautiful look. Make sure that you are there to get your chip.
Okay. So there are five.
But that's not a category, Caesar. It's for the people who are just coming in the door.
Okay.
So it's not a category.
Got you.
So there are 5 VIP tables left, and there are 10 standard tables left, and the 2 private sections. Also, in the back of the runway, you know where those look like sections in the back? Mm-hmm. Those will be turned into dressing rooms for people to change in. We're getting dividers built up there. So those will be dressing rooms. That's the only place that people will be changing at.
Perfect. Okay, let's get to it. Grand prize, $5,000. The people are talking. I'm already hearing that people are sneaking into New York for this category. People are trying to get their stuff together for the Fashion Assassinator. Open to all high fashion streetwear / head to toe overness. Before I read the actual category, Alvernian, can you please explain head to toe overness for those that do not know what that means?
So head to toe overness is not a label category or a best dress category. It's a look of exquisiteness, a look of richness done from head to toe. You know, sometimes head to toe overness can cost more than a designer. So it's just a look of richness. So you need to be done from head to toe. That means you should have a hat on.
So you're not looking for labels particularly, but you're looking for the look of it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, we're not looking for labels, but labels are welcome, but it's not necessary. And the look has to be opulence, total opulence from head to toe. You must be on point. We don't want to see no Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus, okay? Be on point with your aesthetic. Be shady with your walk and your aesthetic look. Sell yourself like you've never sold yourself before. This is for $5,000. And if you know me, you know I'm looking for the best of the best, the creme de la creme.
Okay.
And it's going to be a great panel for that.
Okay, for part 1, you've been invited to sit in the front row at the Fashion Rocks fashion show. The paparazzi are waiting for you to enter the building to barrage you with photos. You are known for your impeccable taste, style, and most importantly, your attention to details. You're also known for making a fashionable entrance twice in one night. Part 1, tonight for your entrance come in a high fashion summer streetwear look expressing your love for fun and color. Let's talk about that real quick. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically a summer streetwear look, correct?
Yeah, yes,
sir. Summer. And you will want to see it fun and color, correct? That's what you want to see.
Yes. And you will be judged for part 1. If you do not get 10s for part 1, you cannot compete for part 2.
Obviously. Okay. Part 2, come and take the night. Steal the deal. Done head to toe overness. Don't forget your sickening accessories, which is not just a plus, but a must. $5,000. Who will be judging this category? Because as of lately, people have been having discrepancies with judges and fashion and things of that nature. Is there a separate set of judges for this particular category?
Yes.
Or is it
reputable? So it'll be all people that walk fashion categories will be judging the fashion grand prize category. People that's known for walking fashion categories.
Got you. Okay. So that's pretty self-explanatory. $5,000. The Fashion Assassinator, come prepared. Make sure you come for part 1. You cannot walk part 2 without getting and receiving 10s for part 1. You got to get your 10s, and then you can come back for part 2.
And that's open to all.
Open to all. So it's not 1 or 2 trophies. It's just 1 trophy overall.
1 trophy. Yep.
Best dress, regular best dress category, male figure and female figure. You're making a statement for the summer. In summer colors, no black. $200, straight to the point. Mm-hmm. No black, summer colors, There's no explanation. It's just what it is. Foot 9, the assassin. You came to assassinate in 2023 pieces only, possessing a secret accessory to make your opponent gag. 200. 2023 pieces only, correct?
Yes, sir.
So nothing vintage, everyone. 2023. Urban streetwear. Fashion has evolved. Show us a hot, well put together summer look. $200. Is there a specific season you're looking for, or are you just looking for the look, guys?
Just the
The
look.
summer look.
Yes, summer.
So,
Urban
but they still need to be in summer.
Summer.
Yeah.
Remember, that weekend actually is the first weekend of summer, so I think that's pretty,
Yep.
obvious. Okay. Sneaker versus sneaker. Hot shit. Exclusive shit. Looking for dope sneakers, make it a statement. No customs. $200. Okay, so you want what now? Exclusive, hot shit, no custom made sneakers.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Nobody, no coming in here saying, this was designed by Mark down around the corner. He customized this sneaker for me. I want you to go buy a sneaker that's dope looking, that's hot, that just looks hot. And it don't have to be $1,000 sneaker. It just needs to be looking dope and hot.
Got you.
That's what it says. Looking for a dope sneaker.
$200. Bizarre. Tonight, let's show the world that your bizarre look is a high fashion wearable work of art. The avant-garde creation should be entirely unconventional and push the limits of the imagination. Who cares if it's practical, but it's definitely an editorial masterpiece. Bring it. $500 sponsored by Lee Soldier. Shout out to Lee Soldier. He definitely brought a sickening look this past weekend at the Latex Ball. It was a sickening look. There definitely was. It was a masterpiece, honestly. So, not to say you have to bring it like that, but it should be an editorial masterpiece for $500. Is there anything that you guys are looking for in regards to that?
Nope. Just self-explanatory.
This a wearable piece.
Shout out to the bizarre people. Majority of the looks this past Saturday the creativity was off the wall.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like that category, I'm going to do something special for bizarre soon because honestly, some of that stuff, who would think of it? Honestly, it's crazy how they, you put your mind to create some of that stuff and the functionality of some of it. So shout out to all the people that walk that category. $500 sponsored by Lee Soldier. Face. Butch Queen face, the gods of Carter, Rome versus Egypt versus Greece. Envy and jealousy makes this category so hot. Tonight, you came to conquer all in a fashionable effect, representing one of these countries, $200. RR.
Yes.
What are you looking for this category?
I'm looking for the best of the best when it comes to the category for face. That's it. A new face, an old face, a popular face, a face that has never been seen that will just shake the ballroom.
Okay. Question
and
two.
Have fun with the category. This ball is about having fun. Let's just have fun with all the categories.
Question. I don't see how many trophies is this category.
There's one trophy.
Oh,
so one trophy.
Oh, so legends, statements, everybody's only one trophy. Okay.
One trophy.
So may the best gentleman win this night. Okay. Femme Queen face, animalistic beauty in a sickening, fashionable, animal-inspired effect. $500 sponsored by Healing Touch Ministries. What exactly are you guys looking for?
So animalistic beauty has been done at a lot of balls. If you looked at a couple of Jack Rummel balls and other balls, you've seen people put a lot of animal creativity together. So it's just being creative. So taking any type of animal inspired look and making it fashionable.
Got you. Okay. $500 Femme Queen face, and that also is one trophy, correct?
Yes.
Women's face in a tasteful, colorful summer look, $200, pretty self-explanatory. Trans man versus butch face in a tailored suit and colorful shirt, $200. Tailored suit, everyone.
Tailored is the key word.
Butch Queen and drag face in head to toe pastels, head to toe, $200. These are pretty straightforward categories, let's just say. It's not, they don't take rocket science, but people still ask. Performance, lip sync performance. Bring to life your favorite star. We want to see hair, makeup, fashion, and the ability to perform. Female figures, $300. Anything you want? That's pretty. If you're into lip sync, I think that pretty much is definitely something you would understand. Virgin performance, Cunty Birds of Pride. Is NYC Pride Weekend. Come in a Cunty creative bird effect using colors of the Pride flag, $100. So basically bring a bird to life, but make sure that you use colors, $100. Yes. Open to all new way. Coming from a foreign country, $400. Explanatory right there. Open to all way. Voguing the old way will never leave the balls. It is a classic category, not choice for all. Tonight we want to see you dressed as an artist, and your prop should be painter. As a painter sticks or brushes?
Yeah, painters.
Okay. $400 sponsored by Father Freddie. Alverna, this is the category you are iconic for. What are you looking for?
So I'm looking for someone to tell a story. I'm looking for pop, dip, and spin. I need you to be creative with your artistry. So you dress up as an artist. You could be a Parisian artist. You could be an American painter. You can be a painter of a house. So if you come as a painter as a house, you're in the overalls and you bring in your paintbrush and sticks and you be creative with them and perform.
So you want to see them voguing with their props?
Yeah.
Okay. $400 sponsored by Father Freddie. Skirts, Butch Queen Vogue Femme. Skirts was the second piece of clothing ever invented before the dress. Tonight, in a creative skirt, whether pencil, mini, maxi, pleated, etc., show us that you're here to deliver not just a sickening performance, but a sickening look. Soft versus dramatic. $500 sponsored by Ballroom We Care. So basically, in a skirt, but the look overall must be cohesive and be fashionable, correct?
Yes.
And the one thing I would add to that, whoever's wearing a skirt, can you try to get some Ethica underwear underneath so that everything is fitted? So when your leg goes up, you still have, a nice look underneath your skirt.
Or we can, you can also invest with a Letitia T-shirt. Support Letitia and support the businesswoman, honey. And make sure you guys are not out there flopping. Simple as that. $500. Clueless, female figure performance. 1995, the Clueless movie became an instant cult hit. The movie celebrated mod fashions and showcased playful, colorful, preppy looks intertwined with high fashion. Tonight, bring to life a Clueless look from head to toe. Bring us back to the Clueless era. Femme Queens 400, women's 400, drags 400. So this is basically, ladies, 3 different trophies, and each will get a $400 cash prize. That's very cute, actually. For those that do not know the Clueless movie, do your research. It has Stacey Dash, Alicia Silverstone. It was very popular. Go online. You could definitely find a Clueless look. And they've done this a couple times at ball, so it's not a hard thing. And some of you girls dress like this normally, so it won't be hard. $400 each trophy. This one's a pretty hot candidate. A lot of people are going to probably walk this. Bad Boy, Realness with a Twist. In the 90s, Diddy's label was not just known for music, but for how it redefined fashion. From shiny suits to leather jackets to jerseys to Versace, they stayed trending. Tonight, show us that you are the bad boy of Twist, displaying not just your realness, but a fashionable twist repping that bad boy. $400. Self-explanatory. Do your research. There's a lot of looks, as we all know, in this phone that they could pick from to bring a bad boy to life, especially from all those eras from the 90s to the early 2000s. So I actually think a lot of people are going to probably walk there, and I think that's going to be cute, honestly. Okay, Tarzan and Jane, tag team legendary performance. Tarzan and Jane have both left the jungle to live in regular civilization. They both have been invited to their first fashion week, dedicated to them, and a fashionable complementing effect representing the animals of the jungle bring a devastating tag team performance to life. One male figure, one female figure, $1,000. So correct me if I'm wrong, guys. They could be legendary for twists, for drags, for femme queen performance, for Vogue Femme. They both must be legendary. One must be a male figure. One must be a female figure. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
And they must have on a complementing, cohesive animal effect. Tarzan and Jane. I think this is easy, and I could see some people coming to really fuck that up too, to be honest with you. So, $1,000. Okay, we'll take this to RR now. Runway, category that you are an icon by far for. Open to all runway, denim. Since 1873, denim was birthed and patented, and since then is a staple of fashion. From jeans to jackets to coats to even haute couture. Tonight in a sickening denim ensemble, show us that you look and walk as a true ballroom staple for years to come. 11 trophies, Butch Queen European, small, tall, big, Butch Queen All-American, Femme Queen, women, drags, virgins, trans men, All-American versus legends versus icons. $1,000. What do you want to see, RR?
I want to see you take denim fabric and bring it up to a level of high fashion. I want to see glitter. I want to see bugle beads. I want to see rhinestones. I want to see feathers. I want to see cuts. I want to see you reinvent denim in a way that is haute couture fashion.
All denim, everyone. 11 trophies, $1,000. You already know that's a hot category. Runway is always a hot category, always creative. So guys and ladies, come and turn that out. $1,000. Body and sex siren, Mykonos. Perfect 10, face, body, realness, and sex appeal. You've been invited to travel to Greece to model for their annual multimedia fashion show. This year's theme is sexy resort wear. Bring to life this theme with taste and class. 3 trophies, Butch Queen, Femme Queen, Trans Men. $500 sponsored by Samson Funeral Home. Alverdian, when you say take for perfect 10s, what do you want to see for first sexy resort wear and as far as taste and class? What would you like to see?
So, a lot of people travel to Dubai and a lot of European countries, and I've watched so many the Europeans just travel and these, you don't have to be in a designer resort wear, but it just needs to flow. Like the fabrics need to be exquisite, like silks and satins and nice prints. And this looking like, oh, this bitch just spent $5,000 on this resort wear, but it don't have to be expensive, but the look of it.
And
and being playful with it.
But tasteful and classy.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not sex siren, but with a hint of sex appeal.
Okay. Yes.
What were you saying, RR, right there?
I was saying, just think as if you were going to I can't get it out, Saint-Tropez, like where the women, they have those big hats. And then they have the camisoles on, and the camisole is, it's just blowing in the wind. And underneath, you're being sexy. You can see the glisten on your body. You can see your bikini underneath. Or you have on a pair of, nice shorts, and you have on an overtop that's just flowing long to the floor. Just make it look like you're on the beach, but you're really trying to catch that one person, I see you.
Okay. Tasteful and classy. Okay, Butch Queen body, Zeus. Zeus is the god of the sky in ancient Greek mythology. He's the ruler, the protector, and father of all gods and humans. Tonight, bring it. Swimmers versus models versus muscular. $1,000 sponsored by Michael. Oh, this category is $1,500 now, correct?
It's $1,500 now, yes.
This category, Butch Queen body, everyone that do not know, is $1,500. Sponsored by the legendary Michael Robinson, legendary iconic, but either or.
Iconic.
And, Michael Robinson Margiela.
And his son, I'm going to get his name in a minute, sponsored the other 500.
Okay.
Margiela, Dr. Margiela. So
it's co-sponsored, $1,500, co-sponsored. Swimmers, models, muscular. What made you decide, Vernon, to start doing this to separate swimmers from models from muscular? And what are you looking for?
Because I watched a lot of, in my personal opinion, models' body back in the day always been real tall boys with these nice physiques. You know, Stewart used to walk models' body back in the day. You know, he was tall. Had a lot of models back then. So now you have the short boys who's petite, and the body is chiseled and cut up. So swimmer's body is a little more structured, different than model's body. You know,
Okay.
and real swimmers work out harder than people that go to the gym.
Right.
So it's a different type of cut and definition. So
So
yeah.
those that walk the category, I'm assuming that if you do not know what you fit into, that night you will be separated to your class, which is swimmers, models, and muscular. Is there a trophy for legends?
No, there's 3 trophies: swimmers, models, and muscular.
Okay.
So the legends can be in any one of those.
$1,500. Femme queen body coming from a foreign country, $100. Very simple. Women's body, a day at the beach with props, $100. Very simple. Trans man body, Hercules. Hercules was the strongest man on earth and certainly was the most confident. Tonight, bring the look of Hercules, $100. Is there anything specific that you guys are looking for in regard to that? So just in case there's any confusion, or that's just basically to do their research on Hercules?
Just do your research on Hercules.
Okay.
Yeah.
Butch Queen.
You can
go ahead.
You can go on Amazon and get a Hercules outfit.
Okay.
They're real cheap.
Trans man body, $100. Butch Queen sex siren, rock and roll. Tonight's show has a live performance from Lenny Kravitz. With your guitar, serenade the crowd and make them crave you. Dressed in a sexy rock and roll look, peel into your sexy leather jockstrap and your guitar. Catboy, Junior, Senior, Legend, Icon. $500 sponsored by the legendary Derek Chanel.
Uh-huh.
This is pretty self-explanatory. They must have their guitar and peel into their sexy leather jockstrap. Pretty self-explanatory.
Yes. Think of Rebel as a latex ball.
But to add to that, yeah. I would appreciate it for those who can at least try to have a real guitar. Not if it doesn't have to be an expensive. It could be a cheap guitar, but not a blow up. I mean, this ball is for the creme de la creme. So a blow up guitar doesn't work for me. You can get a cheap guitar for like $20.
A guitar, guys, not a blow up. $500. Female figure sex siren, Nasty Girls. Before Britney Spears ever recorded Slave, Vanity 6 had already done so. Tonight, in their honor, perform Nasty Girls in your sexy lingerie. Women versus Femme Queens, $300. What do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to see? Are they performing off this song in sexy lingerie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So go back to Apollonia 6, Vanity 6, look at the video. The song Nasty Girls will be playing. You know, you see the lingerie they was in, you know, very sexy and seductive. So, this is giving me sex appeal. And you will perform to Nasty Girls.
Self-explanatory, $300. Realness. Male figure realness, nostalgia. Every era has had a time when realness and fashion was intertwined. Pick a fashionable look from the chosen era, your subcategory, and bring to life. Do your research. Schoolboys, 1920s. Butch Queen Executive, the 1950s. Butch Queen Pretty Boy, the 70s. Butch Queen Thugs, the 80s. Butch Queen Everyday, 2020 to present. Male figure legends and icons, the 90s. Trans man and butches, the 60s. All of these male figure realness category are $100. What do you guys, I think it's self-explanatory. I think it's a little research for those that may not know that era, but what are you guys looking to see?
Yeah, so anything.
As you said, it's self-explanatory.
The 20s are the roaring years. You know, the 50s, the 70s is that disco era. That's that CD7, Afro wig, pants. That's real easy to do. The 80s, very, Run DMC, Kool and the Gang, My Adidas, Sergio Valente jeans, all that kind of stuff, real easy.
Okay. $100 each, male figure realness. Last category here on the list is female figure realness, Femme Queens versus Drags versus Legends and Icons. 3 trophies in a grown and sexy, colorful summer look. $100 each. Again, in a grown and sexy, colorful summer look. $100 each. Pretty self-explanatory. Before we move on to the next thing, anything else that you want the people to know about the ball that you feel like they need to know? Please tell us now.
Make sure you have ID because Amazura is 21 and over venue. I think they will let the 18 years old. I gotta go back and check again because I think they did let a few under 21s in. They didn't give them a ban. They put a mark on their hand so they wouldn't drink. But I gotta go back and find out. But you still need ID to get into the venue.
New York is really cracking down on that because a lot of people have been really having them lose their liquor licenses and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you must have ID. I don't want to hear you left it at home. Bring your ID.
Must have identification or anything you want to add in regards to the ball?
Yeah, the judges list and the guest list ends at 8 p.m. If you're on either of those lists, you already know. And if you get there after 8 o'clock, do not call me or Albernian to the door. Just pay your $40 and come on in, and we thank you for your contribution.
8 p.m. Guest list closed, everyone. Please respect and honor that. Something I'm a stickler for. Albernian knows me. I've been to majority of his balls. I'm always on time. It's actually very frustrating. For me, I'm a punctual person. I hate waiting around. This community is always late, and then they get upset when things don't end the way they want it to end. So let's start to do better with that. I always say these venues wait for no one, and that's just how it goes. Go ahead.
And y'all know me. Y'all seen most of my balls in the past 10 years. Like I say, I have started on time or close to on time, and I have make sure that I complete every category. If I got to grab the microphone from the commentator and keep it pushing, that's how it's going to happen.
Not to even mention, like for the Dorian Corey you was very annoyed that you was waiting on people. You was annoyed about it. So I know that feeling of having everything prepared and ready to go, and you're just waiting on the people, trying to, allow them to get there. And then it's just a lot of catch-22s. And whoever decided think that throwing a ball is easy, really think about it, because it ain't. I'm letting you know.
Okay.
I also want to thank the both of you guys. For those that do not know, it launched last week, the soft launch. The 9th is the full launch, will be international. We Google approached me several months ago, do an online digital museum, something I always wanted to do. The team there, I would like to shout out to Malika, amazing woman, beautiful person, just has so much heart and soul and so much passion for this. And just doing the project has grown more and more in love with ballroom and learning the history of ballroom. I would like to thank all the people that I asked to come along. These two individuals are two of the people that I asked to also come to contribute your photos and history and memories and things of that nature. I would like to thank you both for doing that. Sharing your stories and sharing your pictures and personal photos, and just really the time. It's been a lot of great feedback. It's been all type of feedback. I appreciate all the feedback. At the end of the day, this is something I feel that they needed to be done. Ballroom, I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about where ballroom is going. I want you all to know ballroom is growing and it's not going anywhere. It's getting bigger and bigger. As long as that, but we need to get our history out there. This history is not just important to us. It's important to LGBT history. It's important to Black history. And honestly, it's important to America history. We have been in this space for over 50 years, but way longer than that. And that goes to all the people in this community. We have ancestors that are no longer here. Their story has never had the opportunity to be told. So I think that this is an important beginning to let people know that we have a very deep, rich history. And right now it's through the photos that you can tell. It goes back to things that Duchess has donated. Duchess LeWong, the pioneer, is a gem. I love her. Got to know her so much these last few months. I think she's just amazing. Y'all, I'm a very, very big supporter of Duchess and her story and the things that she shared. And I want to thank you both for coming and helping. You really blew me away with your story there, and just the amount of history that you know, and just the part that you was in. And Vernon, just your pictures, and you are a person that gets shy when it comes to certain things, but you definitely opened up, and you are a very, very key figure for Philadelphia ballroom. And a lot of those stories, I'm glad that you was there to witness and tell. And you've always done your best to keep Philadelphia alive through ballroom and just history in some type of way. I want to both thank you for that. I encourage everyone, if you have not checked it out, please go to Google Arts and Culture, take a look at it. It's a lot of photos and interviews. And this is something that is not just here for Pride Month. This is here forever. It's ongoing. As it matures and matures, it will be going into the Library of Congress. It's going to be archived because this is history. So whatever you guys want to do to add to it, please contact me. I am all willing to do that. I want everyone to be showcased. Yeah. And I want to thank you both again for sharing your story. Anything you want to add in regards to the project that we were working on?
I had an amazing time, and I'm excited to see what happens Pride weekend with the Google event.
Oh, yes. I'm having a Google event with Pride. It's a curated event. It's invite only because it is at Google. They're very strict, but I am inviting a small group of people from every house. We're having a cocktail hour from 4 to 5. From 5 to 6, I will be honoring people. Two of the people, the others I will be honoring for contributing to ballroom history and contributing to the project. And then from 6 to 8 is a curated ball. It is it's invite only, unfortunately, because of the time and because of the venue. So we want to keep everything in order. So I've invited certain people for certain categories just to give a show and to show them what we're made of. Each category is for $1,000, and I'm very much looking forward to that. And yeah, and then the next day we will be in full force at Fashion Rocks, and then Sunday we will be in the city to celebrate Gay Pride. So I'm looking forward to all those things. For you guys want any tables, please contact Avernian RR. It's only less than a week left. This venue does not have the tables, so each table must be accounted for and paid for. So if you want to get a table last minute, the last day is what day, Avernian?
June 18th.
June 18th. That is the last day to purchase a table. Last day.
Yes, sir.
Hit these gentlemen up. Anything else you guys want to add before we get off here?
I just want to
appreciate
tell everybody
you,
just come. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Albania.
I just want to say thank you for Caesar for this platform, and I always appreciate you and everything you do.
Thank you. You always support me. RR?
Same thing. Thank you so much for having us and helping us promote Fashion Rock. We look forward to seeing everybody there, and come with good vibes, good spirits, ready to have a good time, and giving your own aesthetic of what you think fashion should look like on a red carpet. And that's about it. God bless.
Have a great night, guys.
Thank you.